there was tons of video players. Why do we have VLC, right? I mean, it's not beautiful, it's not really sexy. There are two reasons. The first reason is that most of the players, mostly for Windows, had just a player and then had the codec packs that were separated, which meant that when you installed one software, well, you didn't play every video. You needed to add new codecs packs, and it was very complex to do because there were too many and you never knew what you were getting. And the more you installed, sometimes they were killing each other, so you had nothing anymore. You could just reinstall your Windows machine. It was really difficult. On VLC, it works or it doesn't, but you can't do anything. You can't add extension. It will not change anything to your VLC. And also the fact that we integrated the codecs means that we are not going to lose a codec. The second thing is that it was done in a networking environment, and the goal was to play networks, file and network streams. And at some times in 2002 and 2004, of course, no one was using Emule and eDonkey and other peer-to-peer networks, and you had like 56K modems, right? And so downloading a DivX file took you 24 hours, right? So you were downloading your Disney movie for your child, and after 24 hours, you realize that, oh no, that's an adult movie, that's not what you wanted. Or the other way around, right? You were expecting something more mature than a Disney, and you're just like, oh. VLC is from the start, because it's done to do network. On network, you expect stuff to be lost, right? You don't have all the pieces. So when you played with Windows Media Player, it just said, oh, the file is incomplete, and stop. And VLC was just like, oh, your file is incomplete. Let me try still if I can play some stuff. And it was enough after 1 hour to see, well, if it was a good file or not. And that was one of the reasons why VLC got popular also, because of the rising of the peer-to-peer networks. We are a tool, right? And really we play files and we try to play everything, and from professional formats to pirated formats to every format. So I don't know what people do. And also, as I said, you can modify VLC as you want because it's open source and we don't track what you're doing. So we have no control on what people are doing. Once we had people who told us that we should stop shipping VLC because it was used in Iran. I'm just like, you know what? It's open source. I can't control what people are doing with it. And I don't want to, because where do you stop, right? The fact that we're open source and the way we're doing stuff means that it will work out in the future. So you can be sure that in 5 years, you will still have VLCs that plays all the formats. And the fact that we're open source, we're doing it correctly and the right way because we're geeks, and not pushed by money or marketing and so on. And everything is done in a portable way since forever. You can be sure that for any other new platform that will exist, we can be there, and we will have the same support with the same codecs because we arrive with the same format, and not, oh yeah, but you know, my plugin for QuickTime 10 doesn't work anymore because Apple decided that starting from next version of QuickTime you can't use this program.
Apple very quietly let it be known it was going to cease supporting QuickTime for Windows.
Lately, QuickTime decided to drop a lot, so it was dropped on Windows, but it's dropping a lot of support, and all the new version of QuickTime 10, or even on Mac, doesn't support some old QuickTime files, and just like, can you add that, please? And it's just like file from the 1990s.
I think all of us should really reflect on what Apple has done here. You know, it didn't say we're going to kill QuickTime in a year or 2 years or whatever. It just quietly, without even a formal announcement, stopped supporting it and left so many people, including me, I'll be very honest, in this position of going, what do we do?
But if you listen to people from Apple and Google, they are living in their Silicon Valley silos. You don't download anything. Everything you do is streaming from Netflix and paying from Hulu. I mean, you don't have DVD drives anymore, right? And Blu-rays it's not going anywhere. But seriously, if you're outside of a major hub, how do you have video, right? On every platform we have competitions, but we don't have any competition cross-platform, right? There is always people who say, well, it's better to have, and sure, if you know your stuff, maybe you can have better quality or better tweaking for your special setup with different plugins and so on. But VLC is a no-brainer. You install it, it just works, right? You put everything in it, it plays it, right? So you can trust us, and even if you don't trust us, you can trust the fact that it's open source, and so if you need it in 10 years, you can take an old version and add it. Sure, there are competition in come and goes, but VLC will stay.